speech to follow up on, but y'all seem to know her already, so here's Jennifer Mccreath, founder of East Coast Trans Alliance.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gerry Rogers! There's no way in heck I can follow that up as great as I may like to think I am sometimes. I do wear another hat, and that's the trans hat, and I'm very proud to wear it openly and publicly. I've lived here openly as a trans person for almost 4 years, and I've seen such a huge amount of change in terms of education, understanding, and acceptance for what trans issues are. I think it's no secret, my story. I've been through a lot of heck and hell here. I've had trouble with the human rights system, the healthcare system, employment, housing, you name it. So let's celebrate, folks, but there's still a lot of work to do. I'm proud to announce that I'm putting together the East Coast Trans Alliance. All 4 eastern provinces tend to lag a little bit behind the rest of Canada in terms of issues relating to trans matters, and I've aligned myself with some great people in PEI, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick, and I'm very excited that Josie Harding from New Brunswick will be here later on in Pride Week to speak at some of our events. So that's what I wanted to say. Now I'll put my other hat on, MC. You can clap for me if you like. How about we get Sylvia to come up and introduce our next speaker, because she's a lot better looking than me, isn't she, with that beautiful hair?
Our next speaker is going to talk about something we're going to be doing throughout the week. It's called the It Gets Better Project, and her name's Laura Powell.
Hello. My name is Laura. Some of you know me as Lou, or Lulu. Back in high school, a lot of people knew me as a lot of things. They knew me as the dyke, the freak, the queer. Some of them knew me as G.I. Jane. You know, most of it wasn't very original, and none of it was very nice. It's hard for anyone to get through high school without that kind of taunting. And when it comes to lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender kids, I mean, the bullying is just taken to a completely different level. And it's no secret that suicide rates are higher among LGBT people, particularly transgender youth. I can tell you from my experience that when you're considered different, it's not always an easy world to live in. When you add the pressure and bullying of high school, things can seem hopeless. But they're not hopeless. And many people who have lived to tell the tale are coming together now from all over the world to tell you it gets better. The It Gets Better project encourages people to record their stories and messages of hope, post them online for everyone to see. It's become so huge that many celebrities and politicians have become involved, including Rick Mercer and even Barack Obama. During Pride Week here in the city, some of our volunteers will be available to record your It Gets Better messages, to be compiled at the end of Pride and posted online if enough videos are taken. We hope people of all ages and from all walks of life will lend their voices to this very powerful project, whether you want to tell a story or just say the 3 key words, it gets better. These supportive videos from celebrities and people around the world are excellent, but there's nothing like getting that local support. People within the province lending their support is so valuable. If you see a Pride event, if you see a volunteer at a Pride event with a camera and one of these badges, they'll be happy to help you share your message. Thanks for joining us here today, and I hope to see you throughout the week.
It does get better, folks, and being here, having a good time, that's part of it. Did anyone get a copy of the Telegram this morning? Yeah. So, folks, come on. Great newspaper. They cover Pride, right on the front cover. A good friend of mine was unfortunately misquoted. Brandon Jenkins is a wonderful person, but I can guarantee you that he's too shy to speak to the media. But those quotes were from another equally as important part of our team, a tremendous individual, founder of the Gay Straight Alliance at the Holy Trinity High School, and the reigning Greatest Blueberry Festival Drag Queen Champion, ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Burns!
Good afternoon, LGBT community supporters and guests. As you've already guessed in the lovely introduction I was given, I am Nathan, and I'm so happy to be here today. This Pride Week shows potential, progress, and last but not least, pride. These 3 qualities have been brought to the table by wonderful people whom over the course of the last few months have planned and worked and tried so hard to bring a week in which our community can display its wonderful diversity. I wish to extend my thanks to all those people I've worked with. It has been a pleasure. You all have been and done something fantastic. Growing up, I never went to Pride festivities. As a gay youth, times were hard in high school, and homophobia ran rancid through the corridors. Coming out at an early age, I was a bullied youth. I was small and easy to pick on. Clearly a target for the everyday macho teenager. But as I became older, smarter, and more at ease with myself, this slowly started to dissipate. The realization and attendance of such community events like Pride Week only affirmed that there were people out there who were dealing with the same things I was dealing with. It gave me the drive needed to deal with those who sought to bring me down. I would also like to thank every teacher in my high school for their kind, caring support and for all the wisdom of not just the subjects they taught, but of life in general. This year, upon returning to Holy Trinity High, I and 2 other students started a club called the Gay Straight Alliance, or GSA for short. This club wishes to provide teens and their peers, both LGBT and straight, to come to an environment where they do not have to hide, where they are free to be themselves, and always have someone they can turn to. It also helps to educate those outside the group on LGBT issues that we presently face. To my surprise, our first meeting was 40 students strong. All right. Not having anticipated this, however, and planning to have the meeting in the guidance office, didn't work out so well, so we had to move to a classroom. This outpour of students wishing to understand LGBT issues and help the community was what I've been dreaming of since the day I came out. One thing, however, in particular that I have always had is the love and support of my parents, grandmother, and family. Though at first it was a bit difficult for them, they have never stopped loving me, they've never stopped caring, and most of all, they've never stopped being there for me. They have been the greatest asset of my entire life. One more thing I'd like to touch on before I go is the Arts and Culture Center show, which is happening on the 23rd. Is anyone as excited as I am? I'm so excited for Roxy. I guess Elvira Kurt will be good too, though. Again, thank you for coming out today, and let's have a great Pride.
Alrighty, I'd like to introduce to you probably our most well-known, notorious, nocturnal member of the LGBT community, Mr. Danny Coombs.
It's going to be short, I swear to God. I've done public speaking since I was in 7th grade, so bear with me.
Here's the microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, closer to the microphone.
Top one.
Don't do that. Okay. June 28, 1969, in New York City, Stonewall Inn was raided. Stonewall, for those of you who do not know, was a safe haven for gay people back in the 60s. Police would raid it nightly, taking people to jail because of their lifestyle. But on that night, something different happened. The LGBTQ community fought back, and they weren't letting the law take away their freedom to be who they are. A year later, the Oscar Wilde Bookshop in New York City started the first Pride Parade meeting, and the rest was history. The Pride Parade has been a fixture in all Pride Weeks all over the world because of bravery in the LGBTQ community over 40 years ago, and it shows that together we are all strong in one community. Everybody has something about themselves to be proud of, whether it is a special talent, a degree, or simply a struggle that they have overcame. Pride Week is about celebrating yourself, celebrating who you are, and your impression you leave on the world. But we have to remember, Pride isn't just 1 week out of the year. Pride is what you carry with you every day, and your pride in yourselves is what we are celebrating this week. This week is full of events, and full of informative events. It is designed for you to meet people just like yourself, and learn about yourself too. So today, as we raise the flag, we are raising it for the pride in ourselves, and for the pride in generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Danny. There we go. I'm going to very quickly run through the list of events. We got a whole bunch of things on the go. Bear with me while I read away. Tonight at 7 o'clock, City Hall opening reception. Then we're going to have a coffee house at Chatter's Cafe and a martini night over at the Grapevine Pub. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Tommy Sexton Center Open House, the AIDS Committee of Newfoundland Labrador. Tomorrow at 6:30, a historic event, Middle Cove Pride Day. We are raising the rainbow flag at Logie Bay Road at the Town Hall. And once again, I hope to see at least 201 people out there. Let's hear it. Then we'll be off to the beach for the bonfire. If you don't have transportation, we've arranged some buses. Bitters Pub, 5:45 p.m., returning at 11 p.m., $4. You can guarantee yourself a seat by buying a ticket here today or tonight at the opening reception, or you can take your chances. First come, first serve. Wednesday, our friends up at Memorial University are organizing a lot of great Pride events too, and we have agreed to let them have their official Pride Day. We're not booking anything Wednesday because we want everyone to go up to Munsu. They've got a sexuality unit conference where there'll be a lot of exciting speakers, and they're going to have a barbecue and a patio party up there at the Breezeway. Thursday afternoon, Arts and Culture Center, a self-defense class. I said defense now, not offense. Gee. Never been a microphone I never liked. Then we're going to have a panel discussion, 5 o'clock, Arts and Culture Center, on LGBT health issues. Our friends P-Fly Canada will be holding a chapter meeting at 7 o'clock at Community Connections. Here's a big one, Comedy Night and Dance Party at Yuck Yucks. Richard Ryder, well-known comedian from the mainland, along with local Mark Day. A special dance party that will be hosted by none other than the legendary Doris Anita Duche. That will be, let's hear it for Doris. That will actually be a fundraiser for Pride to help us pay for the buses and the permits and all the other things that we need. Friday, there's a brand new lunch event. There's going to be a discussion on LGBT immigration issues. Then later on at Memorial University, 7 p.m., movie night at the Landings Room. Saturday, International Frontrunners event, 9 a.m. If you want to get up that early, have a run around the lake with us, we'd be glad to have you. Scavenger hunt, 12 noon, Colonial Building. Picnic, Bannerman Park, 2 p.m. And a big one, the Arts and Culture Center, Vera Kurt and the St. John's Pride Inc. Variety Show, 7 p.m. Sunday, the parade and festival, 1:30 at the Colonial Building. There'll be a drag race and a parade downtown, ending with a barbecue at Eastern Edge. Very quickly, I want to make note, this has been an unprecedented year. We have incorporated Pride into a nonprofit, and the phone's been ringing off the hook with people wanting to get involved. Let's have a big round of applause for the Arts and Culture Center, first of all, please. They've done a lot of the media work, so I don't have to, and we don't have to, and it's really a great way to bring the community together. We've got 1,200 seats in that building. Tickets, $20, but I believe there's a little sale online today on a well-known company, so I hope everyone will come out to that event. Yuck Yucks as well, tickets are $20. You can buy them right here after the speeches. Anyways, I don't want to take up too much more time, because I think it's time to raise the flag. I guess we'll ask the mayor. I'd like to ask Sylvia and Nathan to come on up as well, if you are so inclined to do so. Our theme is on the youth here this year. This is the present and the future leaders of our community. So come on in, folks. Let's go.
Hi everybody! Happy Pride, thank you everyone for coming out. Pictures, cameras over there, cameras over here. Get my gut side.